Love that. Love that. Love that. So what's happened? Well, Godzilla minus one has absolutely smashed the box office, and it has. So we're going to get into some math a little bit later, but just for context, this movie had already passed 15 odd million dollars domestically in Japan. Sorry, I said Japanese domestic. And then it's come over here with a very, very incredibly limited release, like 2,000 odd theaters, where they've just now extended the theatrical run in the States as well, because it is doing so successful.
Yep.
And it's done really well. It came in third place, only behind Hunger Games and Beyonce. Beyonce did double its numbers, did like $22 million for the weekend. This film's smashing it. It is the highest grossing live action Japanese film of all time. Or debut. Sorry, debut.
Yeah.
Pretty fucking amazing, quite frankly.
Yeah.
It is also, for this year, it is the biggest debut of a 2023 foreign language movie.
Wow.
So biggest debut of a live action Japanese film, and the biggest debut of the entire globe domestically in the States of a foreign language movie. It's done incredibly well. Incredibly well. And there's also some other numbers from exhibitor relations. So $1 million Club Monday was only Godzilla minus one and only Hunger Games. The Beyonce film, as far as I can, do numbers wise, didn't cross $1 million either. So this film is just snowballing. Also, just as an FYI, whoever did this article is a tard. This is Shin Godzilla. A bit annoying that they did that, but never mind. This film is incredible. Yeah, $15 million budget, and people are like, it's not embarrassing Hollywood because it's not done $100 million. Shut up, you moron. You don't understand. It's got 2,000 theaters, and it's a $15 million budget. Grossed currently worldwide is $34.5 million, and it is going to go on and on and on. And on and on and on and on. Now, how this embarrasses Hollywood is from so many metrics. You look at any Hollywood film that is released this year, they will not have as stronger universal reviews from both critics, both audiences. That's a guarantee, right? That embarrasses Hollywood to its very core. Secondly, it embarrasses Hollywood because it goes to show what we can actually do with a small budget. Whereas Hollywood, $15 million is literally their catering. So it's a farce. It highlights how much of a farce and a wash of cash Hollywood truly is, lining the pockets of fuckwad producers that don't deserve any money, and they just rinse in people, just rinse. It's a behemoth. It's absolutely killing it, and I love it, and I'm here for it. And I've ranted a lot. What do you guys think?
Go ahead, Culture.
Go ahead, John. No, please.
What I really loved, before we get into other stuff that stupid people said, you look at the box office, and even though this kind of leads into that, the top films of the weekend was just amazing to see. I'm going to bring it up here for you so I can share it on the screen. Because there's a lot to be seen here, considering Hollywood and where they're at right now. Because I got two points there circled big time. And there's a few others I could have circled too. This patch right down here. See? You can see my little cursor down there. The Animal, The Shift, and Silent Night. Now, what do Silent Night, The Shift, Animal, Godzilla minus one, and Renaissance all have in common? Can you guys tell me?
Well, they're indie
exactly. Indie. They're not Hollywood shit. And look where the Marvels is. Clear the fuck down here at number 11.
Out of the top 10.
So, well, actually, hilariously, just as interject real briefly, what the Marvels did across the entire weekend is what Godzilla minus one did just on Monday. Fucking Monday. So that goes to show, does it not? How hilarious that is. Just to add to your point there, Tom. Sorry. Keep going, mate.
Yeah, and the big thing here is look at the average per screen, and an Animal should be another one I should have circled there.
Yeah, well, that one came out of India. Then that's an Indian film.
Yeah. And because look at that screen average, that means these movies are barely in a couple 100,000 or a couple thousand theaters, only a couple hundred for Animal.
Yeah.
And in this case, they're outranking and raking in a hell of a lot more money than Hunger Games, Trolls, Wish. Shit. Beyonce outgrossed Hunger Games, Trolls, Wish, and Napoleon all put together in theaters per average.
Yeah.
Godzilla -1, basically the same thing with Trolls and Wish.
Yeah.
You put those two together.
Well, and Tom, to add to your point, Godzilla -1 started at 1,903 or 4 screens total when it got started through the weekend, and they just added those theaters, didn't they, to get it to 2,300?
I'm not sure on that, but like I know Godzilla added a lot because I know I don't remember what their starting was, but I think it was like 15 something.
That was that special fan event thing. But when they
so then the next day, then it was like, they started adding more and more and more and more to the point where even some smaller theaters in my area was getting it, and some other people were reporting the same thing. So
now they've extended their box office run as well.
I am not surprised. We were just talking about that yesterday because I think they have up until the end of the year that they can keep this movie in theaters for.
Very last day, December 31st. Yep.
Yeah, well, they've only extended it to December 14th now, but we may see that continue.
Well, it was initially going to be out by Thursday, so
yeah.
It needs another weekend because word of mouth on this film is cooking. So
massive word of mouth, huge word of mouth.
And you have a famous person that is supposed to be good at movie math that is just making a fool of it. I'm sure.
Yeah.
No, but good for Godzilla, and even Beyonce isn't nothing to sneeze at because she opened in a lot less theaters than Taylor Swift did. And I know some people are saying, well, it wasn't as big. No, I'm like, well, sure, she didn't do nearly as well, but she also had well over 1,000 less theaters than Taylor Swift did too.
Well, I think I think the great thing about this, and I said this before, I think I'd even said this here when we were talking about it initially, was that Legendary Toho was really smart about this. They allowed Legendary to just keep pushing on with Godzilla. They were always able to make a film. They could make a film whenever they wanted. They were happy to do it. They could do it whenever they wanted. But they chose, I think, tactically, to get Legendary to keep. And it's not to say that Godzilla wasn't in the public eye, but is it now in the public eye even more because of Legendary? Yeah, demonstrably so. Of course it is. And so they allowed them to build it, get the SEO higher online and things like this, and then boom, come out with Godzilla -1. Very smart. Because they're literally letting Legendary advertise for them in that, in that moment.
And this is basically coming off of the highest grossing Godzilla movie ever with Godzilla versus Kong.
Yes. Yeah. I don't know. It's so good. So happy to see it. I get to see this movie Monday. Oh, yeah.
Finally.
So, yeah. So it's out. It's out like the 15th or the 16th here in the UK. And I was searching around for it. And when they weren't coming up before, these showings, and I googled it again, just Godzilla -1, and it comes up with like near me, etc. Cineworld, and it was showing the 11th, and I was like, why is it showing the 11th? So I clicked on it, and what Cineworld does, which is part of Regent, or Cineworld owns Regent in the States, basically. It is Regent Cinemas, isn't it, in the States? Yeah, Culture, Tom, is it Regent Cinemas in the States?
I
don't know if there's still any more Regents left or not. I think that.
Well, anyway, Cineworld does own. I'm just asking: there
might be some Regents, but there's not.
There are still some Regents.
Right.
A lot of them
Cineworld owns them.
A lot of them.
Cineworld owns them, or did anyway. Point is, Cineworld's in the UK. God, wake up!
I'm like going, what is he asking? So no, it's fine.
I'm asking you anyway. So Cineworld is the UK part of that.
Yeah.
And they do this like monthly membership, and you can put your name down for advanced screenings.
Yeah.
So there's an advanced screening of Godzilla -1 days ahead. So I was like, right, boom, I'm paying for this monthly membership. Oh, it's Regal, not Regent. Sorry, it's Regal.
Regal. Yeah. Thank you, Graham. Thank you.
Cineworld owns them, and so literally, I'm paying for this monthly membership thing just so I can go watch Godzilla -1. because it's like that's 100% worth it to me.
It
be able to
will
watch it
be.
before.
You're gonna lose
Yeah,
your mind, dude, and then you're gonna,
I'm
and then you'll be more mad at Tom and I.
Why would I be more mad at you guys? I'll be
Well,
less
because you
mad.
were mad we got to see it already. You were really grumpy.
Nah.
Yeah.
I'll be joining the club. I won't be mad at all.
All right. Okay. All right.
Yeah, all will be forgiven. All will be forgiven.
He'll want to talk about it and we'll be like, dude, that was like 2 weeks ago.
No,
Yeah.
I will still talk about this film. I'm going to see it again this weekend.
I'm kidding. Yeah.
Oh, dear. Right. Well, anyway, I thought we'd cover Godzilla's stomping of Hollywood. Do we think they'll learn from this, though? That's the real question, isn't it?
No.
And I was glad you said it like Grace, because that's, yeah.
No. Look, Hollywood always takes the wrong lesson from everything. So
It's true.
The wrong lesson.
What lesson do we think they'll take from this then?
Oh, we need to do more foreign language films. We need
that and concert movies. They're actually probably paying more attention to Beyonce than they are Godzilla right now. That's the problem.
Yeah, we need to make more. We need to make more fake concert movies. So
yeah.
Because again, like I said, sure, Beyonce didn't do as well as Taylor, but you give her the same amount of theaters that Taylor had, I bet you that box office goes up a little bit more. And considering those, concert films are pretty much prepaid for, right? Like, I mean, they're just money in it's just money in Beyonce's pocket right now, just like it was for Taylor Swift. And the theaters, they benefit greatly from these. So, because it's a deal made with them. So there's no studio middleman here and that's what's going to piss off the studios, right? That's the part that makes them mad. Godzilla doing 10, 11 million dollars, they ain't going to worry about that. They're going to worry more about Beyonce and Taylor Swift.
True. Oh, right. Well, I'm just trying to change my avatar to something that you'd find a bit funny.
no.
I got one.
That's my that was on my pickled Snoke design.
Oh,
if anyone remembers that.
Oh no.
I thought I'd do some pickled Snokes.